Hey everybody, what's up? I just wanted to make this quick fun and a little experimental video to try out. And I just wanted to talk about one of my and still favorite franchises from the past, from the PS2 era, known as Ratchet and Clank. If you heard about it, then you probably heard about the new PS5 exclusive Ratchet and Clank game, Rift Apart, that's gonna come out pretty soon. And I thought it'd be pretty fun to just talk about the old games. I want to talk about the top 5 Ratchet and Clank games that I think you should really try out. Other ones that I can't really give too much opinions on because I haven't really played those games. I mean, I've seen gameplay, but I've never really tried them out myself to say otherwise. Well, I haven't really tried them out myself to say whether they're good or not. And then one which I particularly think is probably the worst in the Ratchet and Clank series, but we'll get to that when we get there. So yeah, let's get started. At number 5, we're gonna be talking about Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal, as they changed it to 3, but it's whatever. This game, I don't know, I bought this game because I wanted to complete the trilogy since I had already been Ratchet and Clank 1 and 2. And I don't know, I mean, this game can be fun, but it is a lot more linear. When you go to a planet, you don't really get to see much of it. It's pretty short, compared to the first 2 games. It has, it's a little more combat focused / Halo-ish, I guess. The things you do are very different. And it's not like that's a bad thing. It's just, I really liked the fact that, it was kind of linear in the first 2 games, but it was also like open world. You could choose your own paths to go down and stuff. And, well, I don't know, this game isn't really just my kind of style. I recommend that you try this one just to see, what it's like for you, because it can be fun. And the story I think is really well done here. I love Nefarious, I love Lawrence. I think they just steal the show. Some of the main characters are interesting, but the others are just meh. But like I said, try it for yourself, see what you think. You might actually like it, who knows. Number 4, I wanted to talk about Ratchet and Clank Tools of Destruction. Now, Tools of Destruction is funny because I had played the sequel to it, A Crack in Time, before, and because of the in-game cutscenes and stuff, that's how I figured out that there was a prequel to the game. So I went out, got Tools of Destruction, and you know what? I like it. I really do like it. The combat is good. Well, actually, I think the combat is, how do I say, great. Yeah, it is actually great. It's easy to handle, and it can get difficult sometimes. That is true. But, I think it's a good balance of hard difficulty to, skill. The thing I love about a lot of the Ratchet Clank games is that it just takes a lot of skill. And the characters here are great, man. Someone like Tachyon, he's not very memorable, but I think he does work here. He is, pretty much the reason why. I didn't want to spoil anything, but these games are already so old, so I might as well. But Tachyon's pretty much the reason why the Lombax race is pretty much extinct, from what I remember. So it's a good conflict for Ratchet. I think there's a lot of great depth to Ratchet and Clank here. It really does show, and I really think you should try it because it's just such a good and, well, not even good. It's such a great, fun, just a fantastic game that I really recommend you try. Number 3, we're gonna go with Ratchet and Clank 1, the very first one. Now the gameplay here is, I think, great actually. It's not for everyone though, because it does that thing where if you started out with the second one like me, you would remember having when you had to select your weapons, it pauses for a bit so you can decide which you're gonna pick to fight what enemy with. First game, there's nothing like that. You have to be quick about the weapons you choose. And I mean, at first it's kind of like, oh, holy shit, you know, like, what do you mean, like, there's no pause? What the fuck am I gonna do if an entire army just comes shooting at me? Well, I mean, I think this is very much balanced with the way the enemies are designed, you know. I mean, there's not, like, it's not as fast paced, you know. It gives you a little bit of time, little breathing room to, you know, get your bearings all together and, you know, keep fighting that good fight. This story is simple. I say a little generic. I don't really want to offend this game for saying that, but I mean, it has that typical, you know, just, oh, evil CEO thing, you know, that isn't really my style, but I mean, it works. I think it really works well for this game. It really sets up Ratchet and Clank as the characters to be, you know. I mean, their friendship is tested a lot in this game, and it really shows. But I think it's great. I think Ratchet's resolve towards the end is really good. Coming in at number 2, we got Ratchet and Clank: A Crack in Time. Now, like I said, before Tools of Destruction, I had started off with this game. Now, funny enough, the last time I played Ratchet and Clank was Ratchet and Clank 2. So I went years without playing any other until I got this one for Christmas, and I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I didn't really ask for it, but I mean, it was a cool gift. And I was like, oh wow, 2 video games in one. That's awesome. That was the same year I got Lego Batman. But we could talk about Lego games probably in another video, or not, seeing how this one goes. But anyways, let's talk about A Crack in Time. This game is amazing. Let me start off by saying its combat and gameplay, amazing. Just, oh my god. I love, like, even though that you and Clank are separated, you know, and Clank has his own thing, I still think this game plays pretty damn well. And it looks so good. I love the way it looks. And just story. I said earlier that Ratchet and Clank 3 had a pretty good story. This one, oh my god, this one really cranks it up. And I know, like, this future series, you know, pretty much kind of retcons almost everything about the old Ratchet and Clank trilogy. But I honestly think it was a pretty good idea. They got to introduce a lot of new characters, show a lot more about the Lombaxes and Ratchet's origins, you know, his history, and what it means to him, like the whole thing with the Dimensioneer and Tools of Destruction, and then we go from that to A Crack in Time. Dude, I just love the game. It has so much replayability, and the characters are amazing too. You know, what was his name? Azareth. I think it was something like that. I honestly can't remember. I'm sorry. He's actually a pretty cool character, but I haven't played that game in a while. But I know that it was a really good game. And having Dr. Nefarious, you know, be the main villain pretty much throughout the whole game was a fantastic idea again. You know, he's still pretty much the same character from 3. It's probably even funnier here, honestly. Him and Lawrence. This game, I think you definitely have to try. You know, no matter what your opinion is on the future series, this game has to be played. It is a great game. And now we're going to number 1, which is gonna be my own personal favorite, the one that I grew up with, Ratchet and Clank 2, or also known as Ratchet and Clank Going Commando. And guys, I know I said so many good things about A Crack in Time, but this game I think is where a lot of that great stuff really started. Ratchet and Clank 2 takes everything about the first one and just makes it 10 times better, in my opinion. It just works so well. The story, I'd say, is above simple, but I mean, it's not, but I wouldn't say it's generic. I say it's funny. It's a funny, silly, pretty good story. That's how I describe it. You know, but as good as the story is, it compares nothing nothing to the gameplay and combat. This is where they first introduced arena battles, and I love it. I even love the gladiator matches with Chainblade and the B2 Brawler. Oh my god, dude. I have played this game so many years and the B2 Brawler still kicks my fucking ass to this day. That's just how good it is. It's just amazing. You know, Ratchet and Clank are a lot friendlier to each other because people didn't like the fact that how mean Ratchet was being to him in the first game. But to me, it didn't really matter personally. But I do love how he appreciates Clank a lot more this time. And then there's all the other characters. You know, there was Angela, which was kind of weird, which I guess was kind of weird. She was really interesting, but then she was just gone in the third game, which I thought was pretty weird. But I mean, you know, besides her, even her, I'd say every character is amazing. You know, the gameplay is excellent and the characters are just they're all just so memorable. I can remember so many of them. Even the mathematician, dude, this guy was like, wow. I actually didn't see that coming. What an amazing choice they made with this guy. And then the Thugs for Less, oh dude. Oh, such a great name. It's kind of, I think it's a little dumb that they rebranded it to Goons for Less, but I mean, I'm just glad though that they at least have that idea coming back. But yeah, I mean, that does it for the top 5. The one I want to mention are like, okay, I've played like Secret Agent Clank before, and I thought it was okay for a spin-off game. It is kind of fun. I say it's fun. You know, I played it on the PSP, and well, I mean, that's the only place you can play it, right? And yeah, I say, you know, give it a little. Yeah, you could give it a try, see what you think. That's my recommendation for it. Now, size matters. I can't really give an opinion on this one. I hear it's pretty good, but I never played it. And I also have to say the same thing goes for Deadlock. I think I played it a little bit when I was younger, but I didn't get really far into it. I mean, I know like I said Ratchet and Clank 3 was more combat focused. This one is nothing but combat. That's pretty much what you're doing. They just took the arena challenges and just made it into a whole game on its own for Ratchet and Clank. Which, I mean, it does look fun, but I can kind of understand why people have gripes with it. But like I said, I can't really give my opinion on it. I haven't really played it that much. And well, I have played All for One, but I didn't really like it. I thought it was a dumb idea. I didn't really have any friends to play with. I tried to play with my sister, but she just having a bad time. So yeah, I mean, I remember, I think I beat it. I wasn't really all that for the final boss. I thought it was kind of dumb. I thought the whole game idea was kind of dumb. And then there's other games like Full Frontal Assault and then Into the Nexus that I have always heard of that I never even tried playing at all. I heard Into the Nexus, I heard that's where Rift Apart comes from, like the idea for Rift Apart from Into the Nexus. I don't know if it's supposed to be like a continuation of it. Like I said, I never played it. What do you guys think of this game? I would like to know if you I would like to know what you guys think of all these games. You know, what was your personal favorite out of them, and you know, do you think they are really good, or you know, are they actually like kind of bad? Please let me know.